Hi, everyone. My name is Olivia from the Center for Career Development, and I work as the office coordinator in the Center for Career Development. So you will see me in the main office when you come in and stop by. Welcome, Valiants. We're so happy to have you as part of our community.
Yes, hello everyone. Welcome. My name is Man Ching Tom, and I am the Assistant Director at the Center for Career Development. And I'm so happy to have all of you joining us today.
Yes. So today we're going to talk about campus employment. All right. So our topic is all about campus employment, and we're going to speak with you about federal work study, what that means, campus jobs, a lot of those frequently asked questions.
Okay, and now we're just going to go over some of the agenda items that we're going to be reviewing today. We're going to give you a little bit of a student employment overview and some of the typical student positions on campus and how does one get a job on campus. And then we're going to talk a little bit about what federal work study is all about, then work hours, then after a student is hired, what is the onboarding process, and we're going to talk about opportunities for international students. And then we're going to talk about student pay rates, and finally, the payroll process. So just to give you an overview of what student employment programs are offered at Manhattanville College. First, we have the Federal Work Study Program. So basically, this is a program that is open to all US citizens and permanent residents who are awarded federal work study as part of their financial aid package. Any student's eligibility and award amount is determined by our college's financial aid office. The second type of student employment program is the campus employment program. This is offered to all non-federal work study students and international students. So currently we have about 400 students working on our campus in different positions.
Some of the typical campus jobs that students have are admissions tour guide, box office manager, which is working with the Department of Dance and Theater, castle receptionist, fitness center monitor, game zone monitor, graphic design assistant, library assistant, office assistants in various offices, peer tutor, peer mentor, and scene and set shop assistants as well with in dance and theater. And these are just a few of our positions. There are more. These are some of the typical ones that students do work. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit about how to get a campus job. How do you go about that, your search process? So we use a platform called Handshake. Handshake is kind of like the Indeed of Manhattanville College, I guess you could say. That's where we list all of our jobs with employers that we're connected to on campus and off campus. So when you come on campus, you are going to be equipped with an account, and you're going to log on and you can explore jobs that way. You're going to select positions that interest you, and then you're going to submit an application through Handshake with a resume and at least 2 professional references. And this is just a note that all resumes need to be reviewed and approved by CCD before a student can apply to a job. So if you're struggling with how to develop a resume, how to create one, that's what we're here for. Our career counselors are here to help you. You can schedule an appointment with a career counselor at any time for as many sessions as needed. And the department supervisor contacts the student for an interview if they're selected. So the supervisor will receive application packages, and if they'd like to reach out to you to schedule an interview, you'd go from there. And then in addition, you want to inquire with campus departments for opportunities. So it's totally fine if you're walking around on campus and you want to just go speak to someone, say you want to speak to someone in the library, or you want to speak to someone in the fitness center, and you can just say, hi, I was just wondering if you were hiring for positions at this time, or if you want to just follow up about an application that you sent in. That's totally great. One of the perks of being a small school and having this community. So you can feel free to follow up or speak with someone that way. You can also attend a campus job search session. So we do offer that. That's another service that we offer in the Center for Career Development with career counselors. They're happy to sit with you and help you go through search strategies as well. And you can schedule a one-on-one student employment appointment to do the same.
Okay, so we're going to talk about federal work study. You're probably wondering, what is it? So, federal work study is a form of financial aid awarded to students with demonstrated financial need. And again, as we mentioned before, it is entirely a decision made by the Office of Financial Aid on who is eligible and what the award amount should be. And federal work study basically allows students to earn a portion of their educational expenses by working in a position or positions on or off campus. And a student with federal work study basically has more choice of jobs. Now, a lot of our federal work study students are pretty, sometimes they're confused with, some of the facts or myths. So I'm listing here a few of the facts or myths that what exactly is federal work study. So number one, federal work study gives me a chance to earn a paycheck while I am in school, and that is absolutely true. And number two, federal work study means that I get paid to do my homework, and that is false. And number three, I was awarded federal work study last year. Doesn't mean that I will automatically get it every single year I'm at Manhattanville. And that is false. Each year, all students who were awarded federal work studies must apply for it again. Number four, federal work study money is automatically applied to my student bill, just like my scholarships, grants, and loans. And that is also not true. So when you are earning your federal work study money, you basically get a paycheck, and that paycheck goes to you, the student. And whatever you want to do with the paycheck is entirely up to you. And federal work study is not taxable, and that is also not true. And it all depends on how you file your W-4 form for tax deductions. That's how your tax deductions are determined. So student employees are not automatically exempt from paying taxes. Okay.
A little bit about work hours and what to expect. So for student employees, the limit is 20 hours per week when classes are in session. So you are not allowed to work more than 20 hours per week. This is just a quick note that this is the limit, but many students do not work 20 hours a week. Many students do work less. So don't feel that you have to commit to 20 hours a week. I know, especially as freshmen, you might be like, that's a lot. Many of our campus jobs are like anywhere between like 6 to 12 hours a week. So many students that do work 20 hours a week is typically because they have more than one campus job. And then the limit for holidays is 29 hours per week. So that is when classes are not in session. So you have a little bit more time on your hands and you're allowed to work a few more hours. And then students who work multiple jobs cannot exceed these limits. So, and then we're just going to talk a little bit about the onboarding process. So new hires are required to fill out a student employment agreement. That's something that is online. They also need to fill out a hiring addendum. So these are all things that we will show you. And we also have video tutorials on how to do these things. You're going to do a W-4 form, an IT-2104 form. So these are tax forms, as well as the I-9 form. And you're going to come in with acceptable IDs. And if you would like to receive direct deposit, you're going to fill out a direct deposit form as well. Again, we're here to walk you through this process. Some of these forms may sound foreign, but what we want you to know is that we do need acceptable IDs and documents. The list of acceptable IDs is found on the last page of the I-9 form information. Some typical documents that are brought in by students are social security card accompanied with a photo ID, whether that is your Manhattanville photo ID or your license. Some students also choose to bring in their passport because that counts for your official document as well as the photo ID. Other students will bring in an original birth certificate along with a photo ID. So there are many different options that you can do, but just know that when you come to campus, it is wise to bring those things in case you end up being hired for a position. You don't have to mail it all the way from home because we do need the originals. We cannot accept copies. And then you're going to do some required trainings when you are hired. So there's a sexual harassment prevention training that needs to be completed in person. Of course, we will update you depending on what happens with online learning during this time, but we do have that training. And then we also have a FERPA training, which is done through Blackboard, which just gives you some insight into FERPA laws so that you're aware of that when you become a student employee in Manhattanville.
So next, we're going to talk about international students. So those of you who are joining us today who are international students, welcome to Manhattanville. So for international students, you can only work on campus. So once you are hired, so you're going through the same job search process as all of the other students. And so once you're hired, you will receive a student employment agreement signed by the hiring supervisor. And for those of you who do not have a Social Security card yet, your next step is to go through an application process at your local Social Security office and apply for a Social Security card. So all employees working in this country must have a Social Security card in order to get processed for payroll at their job. So we will give you instructions to report to your International Student Services office on how to apply for a Social Security card. And it usually takes about a week and a half to 2 weeks for you to get the card mailed to you. So once the card is received, you will present that Social Security card to CCD, our office, and then we will continue the processing from there. And once all paperwork is received and processed, then your supervisor and you will receive an authorized start date to start working. And then next, we're going to talk about student pay rates. So you may be wondering, okay, now I have a job on campus. How much am I going to get paid? So all the student hourly rates are established according to the job level and the job title classified under the college's student employment programs. So basically, we have to comply with our New York State minimum wage laws. So currently, our student pay rates range from $13 an hour to $15.50 per hour, depending on your job title and what the nature of the job is.
Okay, so for payroll processing, student employees are paid hourly according to the college's student pay scale, and students are paid biweekly according to the payroll schedule. So when you do start a campus job, we provide you with a payroll schedule so you know when all of the paydays are. So biweekly, that's every 2 weeks. And then electronic time submissions must be completed biweekly. So we will teach you how to use the Web Advisor system when it comes to entering your hours in. And then once you enter your hours in, it is approved by your supervisor. And then it can go to payroll and you will receive your paycheck. So this is done. You have to submit your time cards in by 10 a.m. on that Monday, so the Monday every 2 weeks, and then you're paid by that Friday. And then, yeah, we just have some of our contact information here. Of course, you can reach out to Manching directly as she is the Assistant Director of Student Employment, but you can reach out to us as an office. So we do have our office number and email, and so someone will be getting back to you if you call that number or email that email. And also, you are more than welcome to stop by our office anytime in Spelman G19. I'm always there in the main office, as well as our lovely student employees there to greet you and take any questions you may have or schedule an appointment for you with anybody should you have any further questions or any other career needs. So we really, really look forward to meeting you guys, and we hope that you really love your time at Manhattanville, and we're here for you through the whole process.
Yes, well, thank you, Olivia. And, one last note is usually our fall semester jobs are posted all on Handshake, between, July 1st and July 15th. So feel free to browse in there, or if you need help with log on information, feel free to reach out to us. And Olivia and I will be more than happy to help you with any questions you have. Again, welcome to Manhattanville, and we look forward to meeting you.
Yes, thank you. Bye.
Bye now.